Hello everyone! Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy VIII. I am the Black Shadow and you may well recognise where we are, folks. We're here at Tears Point, folks. I know we've got the Pandora sitting up overhead, but you can still enter here on foot, luckily. And, well, we're here for a particular reason, as always. Now, I've had a look at some of the, obviously, go through the side quest coming towards the end of Disc 3, and I have noticed that there's only one side quest really left for us to do, seeing as the I'm doing the research centre in Disc 4, and the other side quest you can't be done until Disc 4, so this is the last thing we have to do, folks, and that, of course, as I've probably mentioned many times, involves the Solomon Ring, and getting hold of the Guardian Force that is inside it, folks. But sadly, we can't get it yet, folks. Actually, I should have stayed on that. Now, obviously, it is mentioned in Occult Fan 3 about this. A common little photo of what is assumed to be a ring that summons a Guardian Force. Legend go that the ring belonged to a royal family. The legend says you must have 666 items to summon the GF, which is sort of true, but sort of not. Now, basically, to get hold of the Solomon Ring, we need to get hold of particular items. Now, in case there's people that are wondering about this itself, because obviously I have already picked up the item, I just wanted to quickly show you where you get it for people just watching this video, you know, not haven't watched the LP, just to show you where you can get it in case you don't know. You know, because we're completely just like that. Like I said, you can head here earlier before Lunatic Pandora comes down as a life draw point. I don't need that. But, you know, I can still come in now, so I will. That and the place looks a hell of a lot more creepy than the Pandora does. Although, for people watching the LP, this is a brand new enemy, folks. Or at least one I haven't been able to show on screen yet. The Iron Giant. And we are going to take this guy down. I'm thinking... Now, I have made some changes to the characters since the last video. I'll go with those. Iron Giant. Hard damage due to the steel armor. Doesn't use magic, but its sword causes significant damage. Weakens fire, thunder, poison's got no effect, whichever one it is, but it's poison. And as you can see, he's got 30,000 health. Huge strength, huge defense. Which, of course, can be a problem. Let's just quickly grab haste here, folks. I mean, I have fought this guy like once off-screen. Off-screen, I'm pretty sure, so I couldn't scan it either. I had to go on what I remembered. You can see, folks. In fact, I'll even get scored here just to show you. Only 3,000 damage. That's not a whole lot. Now, obviously, his magic is pretty. His magic defense is pretty damn low. He can be dangerous, but he's generally not so bad. Oh god. Hate that attack! That's annoying. Iron Giants have never been that fun in any particular game. They're always pretty dangerous enemies, Giants. Like it? Right. I'm gonna hit him in the face. Irvine, I want you to cast double on Renoa. And we're going to start double casting Pandaga here. Away. No! Damn, I did it. It was just a single. Ugh. You get the general idea. So yeah, so we're here in the Tears Point. Just wanted to quickly show just where on earth you actually do get the Solomon Ring from. Before we actually go get it. Now, it's saying it needs 666 items. Listen, technically speaking, sort of cast reserve score. It is true in the spec that you need 666 items. You don't need 666 items. You need 6 of 3 particular items. Again, I've mentioned it earlier in the LP. But getting hold of those items is not easy. And why should it be that matter? And I'll just show you where you get it, and then we'll quickly go back outside, and I'll show you how to get... Oh, I missed that, really. Actually, I might cast Cure. No. Damn, he's still going. He's a toughie. Come on! Oh, that's just not fair. Mighty God! Irvine, please dispel it. Praying to God you had the spell. I hate when you use that. Oh, never mind. Squall finished him off anyways. Got him through the protect. As a result. Thank you. Everyone leveled up, and yeah, Squall is ridiculously over leveled right now. 54. Jesus. Ooh, got hold of a few good abilities out there. I just want to quickly fiddle around with Alexander. It's finally the revive ability, which will be of great use later on. Probably elemental defense 4. I'm probably good. Actually, no, I'll give him boost quickly. And Leviathan had Guide Force 10. Assuming because I forgot to give him something else, so I'll put him on that one. Right, so the actual Solomon Ring, for those of you who don't know, you can actually get it. You get it here in the tiers point. You never actually have to come in here, folks. It's completely optional coming in here. And you find the Solomon Ring. You'll find it sort of down about here-ish, where Squall's standing, somewhere about here, folks. And you'll get hold, grab the Solomon Ring, figure, oh, it's a little bit weird, and then obviously you'll go to use it, and it doesn't work. So we now have to get it to work. And to do this, as I said, we need 6 of 3 particular items, folks. And the 3 items that we need 6 of is steel pipes, Malboro tentacles, and remedy pluses. Now, some of these are a bit easier to get than others, but you can potentially, if you don't do some things, it might be impossible, actually, for a while, to actually get hold of the Guardian Force inside, folks. I'm going to start off with... well, I'll tell you, I'll start off with the steel pipes, I think I'll start off with here. Now, steel pipes, you can get hold of, well, generally more often earlier on in the game than you do later on, folks. Now, there's a couple of ways of getting hold of them. Now, if we use the wonderful card mod ability, we can find the El Noils. Oh, no, El Noils. Elastoids even, my bad. El Noils. Give energy crystals, which I also want as well. Elastoids. Now, they can be refined into a steel pipe each. Now, obviously, if you've got 6 El Noil Elastoid cards, wonderful. And you should pick up 6 Elastoid cards over the course of the game. The problem is that you may well use them to get hold of some Berserk spells, because they can have to use as junctioning. So, we can do those, but we've only got 3 of them, which isn't so good, really, folks. Wherever the hell they are. Can't even see them now. What the hell? That doesn't matter, really. Ah, it doesn't matter. We've got 3 of them, folks. I think it's slightly later on the list. So then, alright, admittedly, so we've got 3 steel pipes, so how do we find the other 3, folks? Now, obviously, if you want to, you can go and play some Triple Triad, and you can get hold of some more Elastoid cards, you know, level 5. You know, a lot of people tend to play sort of level 5 cards. If you check, like, Fisherman's Horizon's bound to have some, sort of areas sort of around Disc 2-ish, SR you'll probably find some. You know, Elastoid cards aren't too hard to find, but what about, say, if maybe you don't like playing Triple Triad, you may not think you're that great at it, you don't have all the level 8, 9, 10 cards that I do, which makes it a hell of a lot easier. You know, what do you do then, folks? Well, you can still get hold of them in the good old-fashioned way, and that's hitting something upside the head, folks. And if the game would like to actually, you know, stop getting me into fights, I'll see you back at the Ragnarok, folks. Right, so we made it out of there. Eventually, and yeah, you can see there's the Pandora right above. Holy crap. the camera gonna... Is this gonna get in the way of the camera? I'm trying to see where the Ragnarok... Oh, there it is. On. What's gonna happen here? Whoa! That's a bit dodgy. But never mind. Right! So here we are at the Ragnarok. And, yeah, so the first item we're gonna go search for is steel pipes. Now, as I said, we can get those from last week. But we can also, do you remember the Wendigo enemies that we fought back at the D District prison? You may remember that they can also give, they give steel orbs, but they can also give steel pipes now. Especially that our party is a high enough level. Now, obviously, we can't just walk it back to the D District prison. We're not allowed to. So, then, you know, the question is, where can you fight them? And there are a few areas you can fight them around. And the best place I would probably say to go is we head to Timber, which we are currently doing. And if you sort of stick around in the forests there, they can, no, they will appear here, there, and everywhere. You'll also find as well that if you go above the forests, the Chocobo forest is, and the Grandini forest, or whatever that is, the one I can never bloody pronounce. Yeah, they can also be up there as well. We're gonna go here to the yes, let's say this forest here. Doesn't really matter which one. It's forests, really. But make sure you do have mugging. There we go. Yeah, thought so. That sounded like one. All right then, folks. Now, really, with this guy, just curious to see what health he's got, really, is that just by fighting him normally, you don't really get much from him as far as the way of 3,500 in the way of steel pipes. But of course, if you hit him, now mug him at least. That's what I'm gonna do. Hey! What the hell? Hey, what do you think you're doing? What do you think this is? Bloody NBA? You're gonna die for that. Pitiful fool. Yeah, you don't win. You don't get many steel pipes from actually, the spoils for winning. You're much better off mugging. That's about the only way you're really going to get any kind of steel pipes that you see. There's nothing there. So you want to mug him, that's the way to go. And now we've got all our steel pipes, folks. And now I will find it just to make sure. Should have 7 of them. Steel orbs, steel orbs. Can I not see it? Am I just gone blind, or steel orb? I've gone blind, haven't I, folks? Screw. Because it was there. Oh. We got 7 of them at least, so at least that's one thing to tick off. And actually, considering we're actually at Timber, I might well use this for our second item, folks. Get out of the way! Yeah, you back away. Go the other direction, folks. I'm going to go on the railway here. We can actually use this for the... Whoops. For our second item that we need. The Remedy Pluses seems to be next to Timber. More money! Like I needed more. I've already got near 9 million gil. We're heading to Timber for this, seeing as we're nearby. Now, the Remedy Pluses, as I'm sure you can guess, bears a relation to the actual Remedy item. They're fairly logical, folks. I mean, in fact, it's something I've not really touched on much in at all. Is that several of the items that you've got hold of, folks, there is a plus version of them. Say, like the potion, for example, has a potion plus. High potion has a higher potion plus. And so does the remedy. Now, can I get him in here, or do I have to go elsewhere? Because we've got the pet shop here. don't think we can... No, it's just purely the pet shop, isn't it? It's not like, yeah. Ooh, we got a couple of them scrolls, but we don't really need them. Got all them. Just making sure I actually got everything. So folks, so obviously we've got hold of our, you can get all those. But then you'll notice as you go through the game that you don't ever seem to come across these plus items. And there's a reason for this, folks, in that, these plus items you cannot find normally. They can only be refined. And you need the med level up ability. The med level up ability you can only get from Alexander. He's the only thing that can teach you med level up, Guardian Force wise. You can though also refine 3 med level up items to putting onto junctions, and they come from the Leviathan card. If you card mod that, you get 3 med level up sort of scroll things. And you can put them on there. So that's a way around it as well to get hold of Leviathan. Leviathan comes from, I believe you've got to beat, I think it's the Joker, I believe. Balam Garden holds the Leviathan cards. So you'll have to start the Queen of Cards side quest in order to get hold of Leviathan to do that, folks. So if we go quickly into the actual med level, I'll show you what I mean, folks. Let's say like, potions for example. 3 potions will refine into a potion plus. A potion restores 200 health. High potion restores 400 health. 3 high potions will refine into a potion plus, folks. If we refine some of them. Actually, I'll get a few more. Why not? No, it's got to be a round number. If we get a high potion pluses, they restore 2,000 health, which is actually pretty damn good, folks. X potions. They refine into, is it elixirs? Oh, I see. So potion plus is refined to a high potion, to high potion plus, to the X potion, to the mega potion. There we go, folks. Couldn't remember exactly. 50 Phoenix Downs will refine into a mega Phoenix. That's not really worth it. You don't get many of those in the game. You don't need them. Elixirs refine to mega elixirs. But this is the important one, folks. 10 remedies will refine into a remedy plus, which then, oh, and that refines into the elixir. There we go, folks. So, we need 6 remedy pluses, therefore we need 60 remedies. And easiest way to get hold of 60 remedies is to buy them. Nice and easy, especially when you've got the amount of money that I have. It's a hell of a lot easier, folks. And so what we're going to do, we're going to go to the item shop in Timber, which is just in front of the pub. Just down here. There it is. Hello! Now, one thing as well that I've just quickly showed that I have actually got with the Tomberry Guardian over the course of the past video or two. So I've got a couple of his abilities. I've got Familiar and Haggle. Now, Familiar means easier to buy rare items, which basically means some shops now sell extra items, which are harder, which you shouldn't be able to get normally. I'll show it in SR a lot. And also, Haggle means you can buy stuff for a discount, which is pretty cool. I'm trying. Now I've got that as well. I'm starting to learn call shop. Basically, means you can call shop from the actual menu. So it'll come up here. You can get call shop, and you can get the item shop that you want from there, which is pretty good. So let's have a chat with this guy again. You're going to be stubborn about this, aren't you? Give it to Noah. Yeah. Thank you. So if I now go buy something, you'll see everything's got a 25% discount, which is pretty good. And because of my absurd amount of money, I'm just gonna buy this place out, basically. Them. I don't really need potion pluses. I don't really need potions. I might get rid of them. We just maxed out on remedies here. Tents. All them. You know, why not? I might as well, really. I've got so much stuff. So like, yes, I can get like bits and pieces here. It's not here so much that you get like much for the familiar. SR, as I said, is a good place for that. So now I've got all of those items, we can now start using med level up. So what I'll do is I'll find a load of those into high potion pluses. Now, there we go, that'll do. And then Phoenix Downs, I'll get 1 Mega Phoenix while I'm here. And then the remedies, we can refine those into the 6 remedy pluses that we need in order to, so we can use those to get hold of the Doomtrain, which is pretty cool. So, you know, a lot of people, some guides will say you must get Alexander to get hold of Doomtrain. Not strictly true, because you can get the medal up from the Leviathan card, so it's not strictly true, but true enough. Now, the third item we need, I have deliberately left until the end, and that is the Malboro tentacles. Now, I have deliberately left those to the end because they're not easy to get hold of by any stretch of the imagination. Not easy, folks. Now, some of you will remember from the last video that I was busy in the islands closest to Heaven and Hell, obviously fighting a lot of really ridiculously hard enemies, and you'll remember there was a Malboro there. Now, the Malboro tentacles, again, only a couple ways you can get those. You can card mod 4 Malboro cards, will refine into the Malboro tentacle, which we could do. That only gives us 3 though in total. To be honest, I kind of want to keep a Malboro card. I want to keep the 1, just to say, yeah, I've got it. Because I'm a completionist like that, like a lot of you probably realise by now. So we've got 2 of them. We need a fair few. Now, we do need, technically speaking, you actually need a few actually, because you'll know that we need 6 for the Doom. God's sakes, what the hell am I talking about? The Solomon Ring. But you'll also remember that if we go to the March, not the March one, the August magazine, that Pt.66's ultimate weapon, the Save the Queen, also needs 2 Malboro tentacles. So, arguably speaking, you need 8 Malboro tentacles for this, basically. We've got 2, so we need 6 more. Now, you can mod them from Malboro cards, but odds are, considering you need 4 cards for a tentacle, you're not going to have enough to modify into the 6/8 tentacles that you actually do need, folks, so leave that be. Now, the only other way of doing it is, of course, by mugging and fighting Malboros. But the problem with that is that Malboros are very, very dangerous enemies. They are not to be messed with. They are lethal. Now, we could fight on the islands closest to Heaven and Hell, but I don't want to because they are ridiculously beefed up on those islands, deliberately because of what they are. There's somewhere else you can fight them, though, where they're not as powerful, which is good, but we still need to prepare. Because of our levels, it's going to be a high level Malboro, which means it is vicious. Now, the big problem you find with Malboros, they're not so hard to fight. They do have a lot of health, actually, for that matter. But the main problem you have is their bad breath abilities. In any Final Fantasy game, it's always bad breath which nails you. Now, there are some particular things that we can do to get around that, because all we need to do is avoid that, and we're okay. Now, the first question is, now, Siren belongs to Renoa. And I'm looking at that because she has the treatment command. Now, that's important, folks. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to use some of the items that I haven't actually used yet, folks. I'm going to use a couple of them, actually. All these items that we've been getting here, and I've not been using much, admittedly. We're going to use some of them. Oh, Doc's Codes, that's what it was. Now, the first thing we're going to use is Status Defense ×4. Now, I want to give this to Siren. The problem is that she is actually full on the abilities, and I could use Amnesia Greens, but the problem with that is that I'd have to get rid of 2 things, because she would get Guardian Force HP plus 30% to force a extra space cave, so that's no good. And the problem is I've already given her like Magic 60 and Expend 3-1, so you know it's not a lot good. So what else has Renoa got? Let's see, Shiva. does have a space, which I just so happened to clear up before I started this video, coincidentally. So I will give the status guard. The status guard, just in case you're wondering, I got this from the Shumi village way back in Disc 1, folks. Or was that Disc 2? No, that was, when was that? No, that was Disc 2, my bad, folks. Not just after we got Vanguard and got that at the Shumi village, folks. I haven't used it since. So we're going to give that to Shiva. Now, the Rosetta Stone as well. That's ability times 4. I should use that. I know what I'm going to use for that, but I'm not going to use it right now. I'm going to use that. I'll deal with that in the next video, folks, because it's sidetracking a little bit. So obviously we can give that to Shiva, and she's already got it learnt wherever the hell it is that it's status defense for. Yes. Burning. Oh, it's going to be stuck in that forever. God damn. Right, so with that done, now we can go to Noah here. Obviously, magic. She's now got the 4 defenses. Now, we're going to put a variety of spells here in order to, we basically what we want to do is, because she's got the treatment command, the plan is that Renoa, we're going to make her ridiculously resistant to all the status elements that could hit her, and then so that we've still got control of her after the bad breath attack, and we can use treatment sooner or remedies if you wanted to basically cure the other 2 party members, and then we can lay into the Malboro folks. So what we're going to do, we've got Sooner, we've got Holy. Now, I'm going to put Pain on here to full resistance against poison, darkness, silence, and is that confused, I think? I forget. Now, some of you will realise, oh, hold on a sec, Shadow, you've got magic, though, on that. Look, no, Pain for magic. Which is a fair point, because it is one of the best spells in the game for this. But it doesn't worry me, because I was at the Irons, the Irons closest to Heaven and Hell, we have got hold of a lot of Ultima spells, which actually do make it a bit more. Now, the Ultima spells, just so you know, I've got on the Elemental Defense. She's got 96% Elemental Defense at the moment, which is absolutely ridiculous, but I'm willing to cede that just for now. I could put full life on, actually, and I think I possibly will. Meteor's Wind and Earth, I didn't know that. Yeah, I'll put that on for now, that's fine with me. So we're going to put Pain on. And Aura can apparently be put on, but I don't know what for. Oh, is it the... Oh, it's just for that. Oh, it's cursed. That's what it is. It's cursed, that thing. No, Confuse is... Which one? I don't know which one Confuse is, actually, folks. I don't actually know. Now, what else do we want to put on Dispel? Not interested. Reflect could be good, because that will also avoid the sleep, which is the main one I'm looking at. We could put Death on's not important. Berserk, oh, so that will stop the Berserk, which actually, that's a problem. Because she gets Berserked, then we don't have any control of her, so we might actually have to, we'll put Berserk on instead of Reflect. Besides, Reflect only putting up by 7% all, so actually that's not so great. So that's fine with me. Yeah, that's pretty good. What's that? So that's full resistance against poison, darkness, silence, berserk, and curse. So she may well be asleep, and she'll still be on slow. But that's better than nothing. So I can work with that. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. And also what I'm actually going to start doing, folks, is I'm actually going to be putting a triple on to hit percentage. And you think, oh, that's going to really put down the speed. But then, because we've got hundreds of hastes, it's actually slightly, no, it's basically the, it's actually the same as having, as the haste. So it's actually fine. I'm going to do the same with Irvine as well, I'm thinking about it. Give him the triples into that. And again, the hastes are wherever the hell they are. There they are. And so there is no difference, folks. And it just means the hit percentage is nice and high. So, you know, pretty good with that. And that means even if they get hit with darkness, more often than not, they're going to hit. And it also helps against stuff like cactuars and anything like that if you're AP boosting as well. Now, what we're also going to do while we're here, sadly, he doesn't have any element status stuff somehow. Something else we're also going to do is, because the Malboro is weak to fire, we might as well put on some fire stuff for our elemental attack, which is always good. Let's see if there's anything else to do for him. I don't think so. And especially for school, though I believe I already did that, yes. He's already, and also I will become Guardian Forces around. School's now got the Tomberry King, which exchanged for Irvine's has now got Cactor. Because you may have noticed that a couple of stats are a bit lower than they were, and I've moved it that way though because I wanted to give him both strength and magic. And I've got Mug purely for this video. After that, I'll probably put on like maybe HP or something like that. I don't really know. It's a bit variable, but we can go with it. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. Yeah, I'm pretty good with that. Yeah, I'm pretty good. So, with that done, and I wanted to show you what I was doing there anyway, just so you can understand why I was doing it, rather than say, oh, I've done this and that and the other, and you think, well, why do you do that? Yeah, I always think it's a good idea to actually show what's going on. So now that we've done that, now we want to get back to the Ragnarok, hopefully without being run over by a train. There we go. Now, the best place I can personally think for fighting a Malboro actually isn't very far from us, and we've actually been there as well. Interesting. It's actually from when we were here at Timber, folks. What we want to do is you go from Timber, and obviously, like if you follow this road up here, you go to the lane there, and side to the left, you've got like the forest where Mr. Monkey is in the open lakeside quest. But the place we're going to go to is here. Now, obviously, you can see that's where Galbadian Garden obviously used to be. That's sort of the wrong button. Never mind. But you have got this forest here. Now, you may remember from the game that this forest is where we went and had the second Laguna Dream sequence. I also came here for the Lionheart Blade special video, because you can fight Grendel by sticking along the mountainsides here 100% of the time, and you can fight them to get hold of the whatever it is you needed for the I can't think what it is. Whatever it was you needed for the Lionheart Blade that I had to get here, I can't remember for the life of me. What we're going to do is we're just going to walk around the forest fairly randomly, and we should get into a fight with a Malboro fairly soon. And actually, I've just realised I've just lied. Oh, I lied a little bit. Sorry, folks. I was thinking that I was like, hold on a second. No, that's the old tune. Alrighty then, we are going to have to find it a little bit differently. Now, again, I don't want to go to the island. To the Heaven and Hell Island. I really don't want to go there. I don't have to. There is somewhere else we can go though, folks. Now, the problem you'll have as well with the Malboro sometimes is that there is a lot of places. There's several places you can find it around the SR continent. But when the lunar cry occurs, most of those areas then get wiped out, sadly. However, there is somewhere we can still go though, folks. Get over there, and that is we can try the Grandini Forest still. I believe they still spawn in here somewhere. Is it Grandini? Yeah, Grandini Forest. There we go. I can start pronouncing it properly. But if we go through the forests. There we go. We got one in the end. Malboro, right. Now, this is where, hopefully, let's scan this guy first, and we're going to mug him. Now, hopefully, this is where this is all going to end off. I'm not just scanning this guy before, interesting enough. 80,000 health, my god. Use Bad Breath, which was all status abilities. Be ready to state his defenses before fighting. He's immune to Earth, absorbs poison, no surprise. Weak to fire. Oh, he's also weak to ice as well. Oh no, I think he's actually weaker to fire than ice, I believe. Now we're going to keep... There's 2 Malboro tentacles, then we're just going to keep her in reserve. Right, here we go, folks. So, here comes Bad Breath. Now, with any luck, control still retains. So, we're going to use treatment on Squall here. And that should sort out everything. Yep, completely fine. Now he's got the double attacks and we can nail him. Like that, maximum damage. We're going to cast treatment on Irvine. We're also going to cast Berserk on... No, I didn't mean to cast Berserk on that. Didn't mean to cast Berserk on the Malboro. Is that even going to work? No, I didn't think it would. Right, let's cast Berserk on... No, you don't have it. On Squall. We like the maximum damage, folks. And the only reason I'm casting Berserk on Squall is simply to get his attacks out faster. That's all it is. Don't need to worry about his attack power going up or anything. Although I think, actually, he might well do maximum damage without using the trigger. I'd think now. We'll find out in a moment. Yeah. You can also, very useful, you can draw cast Demi, which he does have to have on him, which is pretty useful. And that's bound to do maximum damage, unless he is pretty damn hurt. No, it just makes life a lot easier. No, just draw cast over him to get the massive damage done. And you got Squall anyway, so we're just going to lay into the sucker. Well, that still did maximum damage. Oh, of course, yeah, of course, it's a draw, isn't it? So the damage it will do will vary widely. I don't know if draw spells can actually do more damage than using the spell from stop. If that gets covered or not, I don't know. But it's dead! That looked pretty painful. There we go. Not so bad. 1,000 experience each. Thank you. 61 level. That is unbelievable. Services and look, that's pretty useful. That's actually that could be quite useful in some places. We just find him, he's down there. So he's got alert, that's pretty good. I might well give him expend 2-1 because oh, Renoa has that as well actually, so even if she's doubled or tripled, she can use those. Or I can give her status defense, so she's already got it. So actually, I'll give speed because we got 3-1. We don't need 2-1. We don't really need that now. We got how many Malboro tentacles we got? Definitely got enough, haven't we? No, we need a few more than that. What I'm going to do, folks, I'm going to go off screen and I'm going to keep fighting Malboros until we get the 8 tentacles that we need. And then we will go from there, folks. So I'll be right back. Okay, so here we are. A little bit of time later, it must be said. They didn't appear as regularly as I would have liked the Malboros, but you can see I've put Kesus and Selfie in and used the opportunity to just level them up because they're like, what was it? I think Kesus was 25, I think Selfie was 24 or something. Or something like that. They were really, really low leveled, so I just basically just killed Squall. And just purely gave the experience for both Kesus and Selfie to get them back up to roughly where everyone else is. Sel's the only one that hasn't been able to get any of that. I have to work on that a little bit. But it wasn't so bad with a little bit of limit break abuse and the odd run-in from Odin. It wasn't so bad. But we've got everything we need now, folks. If I sort through everything, so let's see. So, for our song, we've now got everything. We've got our 6 remedy pluses. We've got our 6 steel pipes. And we have got our 6 Malboro tentacles. So now, when we click on the Solomon ring, called upon me? I am Doomtrain. Yeah, the name very nearly slipped out earlier, folks. What a Guardian Force. What a Guardian Force he is. Oh man, he is going to be absolutely useful as hell later on in the game, folks, believe me. I shall become your ally. I don't know if a train would talk like this. That's completely up to you, folks. But we got Doomtrain! Which is good enough for me. And there he is. Starts off level 28. Reasonable health. Now, he has got a few bits per his. He starts off with elemental and status attack junctions. He can get elemental defense and status defense times 4. Yeah, he has dark side, he has absorb, he has auto shell, but I think you probably saw it, folks. He has forbidden medicine. Yeah, folks, nearly there. A little bit of a cheeky one. One letter in, yeah. Not forbidden magic. Now, there's one Guardian Force who gives that, and we don't quite have it yet. But forbidden medicine. Not quite the same, but there we go. So that is our Guide Force list is almost there now. Actually, I've only got a couple left now. These two here, which we will get soon enough. Well, one of which we're going to get very soon, and the other one we're not going to get, sadly, for a little while. Not till a little bit into Discord, but we'll see what happens. Also, while I was doing this, on the way back, I actually managed to get the cool shop ability, which is quite nice, because with that, if we now head to our abilities, we've got the cool shop menu, and basically now we can call any shop that we've been to before. So there's the Tim Pet Shop we were on in a moment earlier. We've got Delay Shop, we got Delling City, Windhill, Fishman Rising, and they're all basically the same, folks, except remember the familiar we got. Now, I said that was mainly useful in SR shops. Let me show what I mean. If we go to, say, our SR's normal shop, I don't know if we could get all this ammo while I was there. I forget. I completely forget. But let's say we go to, like, the pet shop in the bookstore. We go to the pet shop. Obviously, we've got all these junctions here. And we have got Pet Powers 5 and 6, which we could get last time. But now, and I'm pretty sure we can only get this now, we have all of these. Giant's Ring, Powerist, Force Armlet, and the Hypno Crown, which all give the respective stat plus 40% HP, Strength, Spirit, and Magic. That's pretty nice. In fact, that's so nice, I'm actually going to buy one of each. Partially because you never know when you go through and think, ooh, actually that's pretty good. I could use that for like refining, for example. I mean, like Forbidden Medicine, for example, is one of another way you can use to like you can use it to get a lot strength plus 1s, magic plus 1s, HP plus whatevers for like your characters to help build them up beyond where they could be perhaps in leveling wise, folks. You can use Forbidden Medicine. You need some pretty rare items though to be able to do that though, folks, and I completely forget what they are. We'll get there in a little. We'll get there when we get there. But the main one you want to go to is the bookstore, because now there are a lot of new things we can buy, which are really good. We've got obviously all the weapons monthlies, all these here. But now we can get this. Combat King 1, 2, 3, and 4. But now Combat King 5 is available, so we're going to grab that. And also the first 2 Occult fan books are also available, so we're going to grab those as well. And we're going to have a look at them. Wherever on earth they're going to be. So Combat King number 5, so this is a new limit break for Zell. And it does happen to be a very special one. E equals a half times mv squared. E is energy and M is mass, and the thing is, I know exactly what it is because I've done A level physics. I know exactly what that means. MV is velocity, energy is a half mv squared. Apparently, if you increase the velocity, the energy goes up. This skill is based on this physics equation. At a velocity near the speed of light, you can do major damage, And there it is, folks, my final heaven. Yes, it is a reference to Tifa Lockhart, obviously, from Final Fantasy VII. It is a big reference. Learn this skill, down, and check out the high-speed thrashing. Always use it for a good cause, though. But that is very, very pleasing. Thank you, God. Now we also, because we've got all these, haven't we? We've done all them. We've also now got the first two occult fans. We've got the magic issue, which was the ring. We've got the report issue, which was about the aliens. So let's have a look at these two. Occult fan 1. Odell Burke of Timber was tending to his field when he found a dead monster after hearing a loud impact sound. Mr. Burke said it occurred while he was making a fence with steel pipes. I'm trying to think what exactly that has to do with any of the side quests. Don't know. Uppercut fan 2. It's an unidentified flying object! On the left is a photo shot in SR. Take a look at the identified flying object in the centre. Have you seen any monster or airplane like this? Some say it may be SR's secret weapon. Residents of the area say it appears when there is a major Malboro outbreak. Who knows, folks? But that is them. So there's the other two cult fan books. I've got them for completion's sake. But make sure you get that. Holy crap. You will not regret it. And I think actually, if you look at Zell here. Yeah, I thought that was his, that's it. It is his final, it is his final limit break, that, and it is lethal. Absolutely lethal. Yep. Really happy with that. Right. Well, on that, folks, I believe I'm going to call an end to this video. It's just taken a hell of a long time to record. Been here a couple of hours or so. But that is now the end of all the side quests, folks. That is it. The only two we've got left are being done in the next disc, folks. So, well, there's nothing left for it, folks, but to simply carry on with the story, folks, which is pretty good because I've been looking forward to doing it. No, we've done everything we need to, done everything we need to, and all that is left, you know, in the midst of the Lunar Cry, is to take on this, the Lunatic Pandora, folks, and to put the Galbadians out of commission. And who knows, folks, maybe just put an end to Lunar Cry at it. Except for, I mean, there's a lot more in stake. I mean, you've got Adele's in here, who is, you know, being revived as we speak, and if, you know, if Ultimita gets hold of Adele, then we are in a shitload of trouble, folks. So, I'm going to leave the video there, and next time, folks, we'll be carrying on the story and launching a raid on the Lunatic Pandora. So, thank you all very, very much for watching. I'll see you then.